Do, 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 do. Today on Stacy Presents Storytime. Okay, I have an extra super special story I want to read for you today. It's called Caps for Sale. Now, this is a very old book. It's been around a long, long time. So long ago that when Stacy was a little girl, her teachers read it to her. Are you ready to listen? Okay, if you can hear me, touch your nose. If you can hear me, touch your ears. If you're ready to listen to the story, put a bowling up. Okay. Caps for sale. First, I'll read the words, and then I will show you the pictures. A tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. A peddler? What's a peddler? That's an old word. It means a person who sells things. So there was a story about a man who sells a special thing. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like any ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on the top of his head. He would walk up and down the streets carrying his caps. First, he had on his own checkered cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. That's a lot of hats on his head. I wonder if they fall down ever. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." 50 cents for one hat? That is a long time ago. Caps don't cost 50 cents anymore, do they? One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the streets and he walked down the streets calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said, and he walked out of town slowly, so as not to upset his caps. There he goes. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. That's a nice place for a rest, he thought. He sat down very slowly under the tree, leaned back little by little against the tree trunk, so as not to disturb the caps on his head. He didn't want them to fall off while he was sitting down. So he went very, very slowly. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his checkered cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, and then the blue caps. Then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. Every time I hear the word sleep, I automatically fall asleep. Wake up, Stacy. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. "Oh, I feel so much better," he thought. Uh-oh. Something's missing. Let's find out what it is. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checkered cap. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked in back of him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Where would they go? Caps just don't walk off by themselves. They don't have legs. Then he looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Look at this. So many monkeys. Wow. I've never seen that many monkeys in a tree before. Have you? The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. Oh my. Do you think the peddler was happy the monkeys have his caps? Let's see. You monkeys, you, he said, shaking his finger at them. You give me back my caps. But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, tss, 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 tss. Tss, tss, tss. Those aren't very nice monkeys. I wonder what the peddler's going to do. This made the peddler angry, so he shook both hands at them and said, You monkeys, you give me back my caps. But the monkeys only shook their hands back at them and said, Tss, 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 tss. These monkeys are really nasty. They're not being a good friend, are they? We don't take things that don't belong to us, do we? I don't. Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and said, You monkeys, you better give me back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, Tss, 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 tss. You can't see me, but I'm stamping my feet. Here's our peddler, and there's the monkeys. By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, You monkeys, you give back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped both their feet again at him and said, Tss, 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 tss. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he's even more angry. At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the floor and began to walk away. Oh my goodness. I never want to see someone get that angry. But then each monkey pulled off his own cap. Oh my goodness. Monkey see, monkey do. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. The caps are falling down, down, down. The caps are falling down, down to the ground. You see what I did there? So the peddler picked up his caps. First his own checkered cap, then the gray, then the brown, then the blue, and then the red caps on the very top. Look, my friends, he's sorting. He's matching the colors. He's putting all of the red caps together, all of the gray caps together, and all of the yellow caps together. Good job. We've done a lot of sorting too. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap! Whew! He got all of his caps back and he's ready to go back to work. The end. Wasn't that a silly story? Those silly monkeys, they weren't being good friends. It's not okay to take our people's things away from each other. Anyway, that was Stacy Presents Storytime. I hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.